Crazy and hairless, indeed. Welcome, everyone. Only one bonkers boy tonight. Chris is out for his penis enlargement. Shit, I wasn't supposed to say anything. Get well soon, Chris. Bye. uh, no, but not in all seriousness. Out of respect for Chris, he is kind of going through some stuff right now. So, thoughts out to you, brother. Wouldn't have gotten this far without you. So, how is everyone this weekend? First, I guess it's only appropriate that I say thank you to everyone who sent out the birthday wishes. Yes, I'm only 28, old enough to be many a year's child. Spent the day, getting caught up on some work, enjoying a big old thing, carrot cake, and hogging up as much time with my little niece as I could. But, oh no, looking forward to another year. Though, this week, it came to be a bit of a close call. The video feed is buffering like bonkers. Dang, son. Oh, come on. I pulled out all the fancy stops right today. Jesus. Jesus. Just can't fucking win with social media, can we? It is what it is. So, anyway, as I was saying, getting close to missing it this week. There's a pretty nasty accident. So, earlier this week, a pretty nasty blizzard hit my area. Wasn't nothing too out of the norm for the area, but enough where, obviously, some people ended up off the side of the road and buried by snowplows. And there's actual footage of this accident in particular. The police released nearby CCTV camera footage of a young couple who apparently, on the night of the blizzard, decided to have a nice little night on the town. Got a little drunk. Got a little drunk on some slick roads. And managed to use a Subaru Outback to take out a light pole, a traffic light. Not just the power to it, not just hit it and knock it loose, actually knocked the pole down. Interestingly, I could not help but observe in our very young Chris, when I showed him the video, made this assumption that there was a point in the video where all of a sudden you see the vehicle slide, hit the traffic light, the pole coming down. Next thing you know, you see what looks like a male figure up and walking away. Many people who saw this video assumed that someone was for some reason sitting on the light pole and that the man was ejected from the vehicle. Here's the thing. And I happen to know details about this crash. Not because I was there, but I missed it by about 15 minutes. And I knew about it because it happened to take place on the route I usually take when going to work. Especially when there's a good winter storm, because it all happens to be where I live and where I work just happen to be on main truck routes, so they are on the high priority list for the snowplows. No one was ejected from the vehicle. Everyone is okay. As I said, they were drinking and driving, but otherwise perfectly fine. They got up and walked away from the crash. And as for the video, none of them, none of these people who made this assumption that, oh my God, they were ejected, stopped to watch the timestamp. Now, naturally, you have a car accident, you manage to get good video of the impact. People are going to get curious. It's a morbid thing. But they didn't pay attention to the fact that from the moment of impact to the moment you see the man walking out of the car, the video skips. It's CCTV camera footage. It happens. It skips for just about a second. And not to worry if you're half asleep, it's an easy miss. But nevertheless, immediately to these people, the assumption was that someone may have hit a patch of ice, which did happen, and potentially ended up needing a hospital ride. Not the case. I was also able to validate this through my contacts in law enforcement, who knew that this accident happened to be on my way to work, who knew that it was going to be roughly the time I was going to be passing through there on my way home from work. And they started blowing up my phone to make sure, one, if I was okay, or two, if I saw anything. Which, again, no, I didn't. I saw the police trying to corner off the location because of the traffic, so they could get the traffic pole off the road. But that's about it. Now, why do I use this example? This is a recurring phenomenon that happens whenever there is a major exciting development, paranormal or not. And Dots, I will say, yes, I did catch that Saturn UFO footage. Very interesting. Something I wanted to bring up, and Chris was the one that brought it to my attention in the first place, was a story out of New York where a fight broke out in front of a synagogue as an illegal tunnel was found underneath the facility that weakened the structural integrity of the city block enough to where it was close to collapse. Immediately, rumors of cages being found in this tunnel with traces of blood, human feces, signs of torture. Rumors of human trafficking even started to spiral. Hot topic. human trafficking. Is it happening? Of course it is. Are there tunnels under New York City that are being utilized? Yes, they've been around since at least Prohibition. But in this incident, there was no real trace of any of that. I've asked my contacts with NYPD. Yes, there's a couple I know. We happened to cross paths from a show I did a few years back and kept in touch. These were a bunch of 20-year-olds who did not like how it took 15 to 20 minutes to leave the synagogue during high traffic holidays. In the supernatural, there's this habit that a lot of people who are simply just fascinated by the topic, they get caught up in the controversy, they get caught up in the story. And the story unfolds to where it's no longer the original tale. It's not actual fact about what happened. Because people become so enamored with their own fantasy rather than the truth. Now, could there have been human trafficking motives behind that tunnel? Maybe. It's New York. There's a lot of shit that goes down. City that never sleeps for a reason. And there's probably several tunnels from the Prohibition era that still have yet to be found. There's still several cartels utilize advanced tunneling systems to get across national borders. And many of those officials who have been responsible for major arrests often quote that for every tunnel they find, at least 10 more pop up. So there is a very real thread there. These things are happening. But the fantastical way that social media has allowed certain aspects to be twisted because people want to have some sort of claim to fame gets to where the truth no longer matters. Now, sure, these thought processes are fine for works of fiction. You create, a good movie or write a detailed book, and people start coming up with their own little theories about what's going on. Yeah, it's fine. It's something you want as a fiction writer because it means one, your audience is captivated enough, and two, it keeps the story going, keeps the audience interested. Because the number one thing that always drives attention is word of mouth, good or bad. And you see it all the time in viral marketing campaigns. Some crazy stunt goes on, you find out it was to help promote a movie. Chances are you're going to kind of want to see that movie, see what it's all about. Y'all remember the videos coming out of China? They claim to show some sort of superhero or angels saving people from a car accident or using telekinesis to move a shopping cart so it didn't smash into a little girl. Those are marketing campaigns for a game that looks nothing like it. Oh, uh-oh. Hope your lap's doing okay, Chris. Just saw you entered in. Very bad segue there. It doesn't take much to get people captivated by an incident, true or not. I just lost my train of thought here. Oh, dear Lord. What the hell? Is this thing acting up again? Okay. That was a little weird. Can y'all still see me? Okay. Looks like all the lights are on.